TC, as many of you know, was started a long time ago, and it was a key vehicle to make sure that the community and citizens were in tune with each other, and it helped us with community policing. In fact, it was part of our requirement. When you start to apply for federal and state grants, they want to know whether or not you have a community policing vehicle ready to go. Ours was defunct in terms of meeting on a regular basis. We started other kinds of community relations where we go door to door, having projects and programs in the neighborhood. But we've come together to find out that it's best that we have our regularly scheduled meetings so that we can get stuff more in real time and be coordinated about our efforts. And the person who I have to give the most credit to is making sure that we revived our effort and made it active and made it on time, because we had some old material, with updated material, we did new research, we have a new pamphlet now, and the person who really spearheaded that was my good friend and my down the street neighbor, Maxine Johnson. I want her to come forward.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So happy to see everyone here this evening. Thank you, because it has been a labor to get this back on task. But we're here, and we're going to stay here. How many East Ward persons do we have? East Ward. East Ward. All right. Okay. All right. How many West Ward? West Ward. West Ward. Okay. See a hand over here. Very good. How many North Ward? North Ward. Okay. Very good. And how many South Ward? All right. All right. All right. So happy to have everybody here. And like the mayor said, we were really into this a while ago. And we had some of our officers to retire, and some of our lead persons retired, and that kind of caused things to fizzle. But as I said, we're back on a roll. And with us at the helm for our city, we will be winners. We will make this ship rock and roll and float. There's a saying that the rising tide raises all ships, and we're going to make sure that our ship continues to rise. When the rest of the refreshments come in, we'll stop and give you a chance to have something. But I can see that everything is not here, so we're going to continue. As we began to try to, how do we communicate with our folks? We tried some of everything. Some of you received pamphlets on your porches night before last. They were, thank goodness for our team of workers from our DWI, and we had people on the email, sending out emails. Many of us belong to neighborhood crime groups. I'm in a neighborhood where the Berkeley area crime group, and we have an email list, and we communicated via the email list. Many of you probably received robocalls, and that came to me last night, so I assume that's when everyone else received it as well. So we tried every way to communicate with our community members in order to make this happen. And this is the beginning, but we will continue on a roll and get our calendars ready ahead of time so we can plan ahead of time. 7 o'clock was the time, and most of you were here, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. In the meantime, Mayor, before the rest of our refreshments arrive, I don't know, because he said pizza's coming too.
Okay. Pizza is coming. I know we have donuts, we have some sandwiches, and pizza is coming. I know we're all healthy eaters and we don't eat a lot of sugar.
There's a lot of cop food over there, a lot of donuts and cookies.
Right on.
So as that comes in, I do want to introduce two council people who are here. Councilwoman Adrienne Wooten is here. Say hello to Councilwoman Adrienne Wooten. And the Dean of our City Council, our Council President, Tensie Eason. North Ward Councilperson is here. We are in the Pole Hill Courthouse complex, and our court administrator, James Moss, is here. Christina Mateo from the Orange School Board is here. So I know some people may not know what wards they are in. This is kind of important because we're going to talk about sectors and where we set up mobilization points and where we do block watches. Do we all know exactly what ward we're from, we're in?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Where do you live?
We have a no.
Where do you live? Valley Street. That'll make you the South Ward. Elizabeth, the mighty North Ward. Yes, ma'am.
East.
You are in the East Ward.
What
Yes.
did she say?
William
355?
Street. Anyone else not know which ward they're in?
355 Thomas Boulevard and 340 Thomas Boulevard are in the East Ward.
Thank you.
You're in the West. West.
I believe I'm in the West.
You used to be mine until they moved you guys.
And we had a
North Essex Avenue. The mighty North.
Oakwood, you guys are in the East. You're in the East.
East and I'm West. I'm
That's a
missing
beautiful
my
area.
today.
Pittsburgh's good.
Yeah, you in the West?
So to start our agenda, I'm going to bring up a person who has been a stalwart in our department. He's very experienced. He's none other than Detective Cherry. He'll walk through our agenda. Give him a big hand, Detective Cherry. Detective Cherry does police work by day, but by night he does our community work. He worked on this at the direction, we all worked at the direction of Ms. Johnson, but we really updated. Yes! And got our handbook done. And it took a lot of research to find out what is the most relevant police work, how we tackle the issues we face in our town with the best technology, with the best approach. And Cherry has designated his own time in making sure that our handbook is updated and advises me on their techniques. He's worked with Brother Pohill, whose family has a law enforcement tradition in this town. Certainly he's carried that forward and worked with us on a regular, daily basis. I'm going to turn it over to them to start to plow through the agenda, but we will take a break once the hot pizza's here so that we can dine a little bit, and then we'll get back on track with the agenda. Detective Cherry.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Glad to see all of you tonight. What a great turnout for the first night. Excellent for the first meeting. A lot of you we ran into when we went to your senior buildings and other meetings which we've had. I know we shared a few laughs and a few serious conversations over matters that have been on your heart and mind. And I'm glad you came out to your Orange Police Department, because this is your building as well as ours. We're glad to have you. PCC, Police Community Council. That's what this is all about. All of us working together. And I don't know if everybody picked up anything out front. It tells you exactly what we're here for. I'll just read briefly. It says improve. Each letter stands for something. Initiate gathering, meet regularly, plan and carry out public safety, reach coalitions by working together, organize, outreach, spread the word, share literature regarding crime prevention, home security techniques. Voice your opinion. Voice your opinion. So we can always sit down and have a diatribe without yelling and screaming at each other. Things can always work out. You know for a fact, once we start here, there's no place else to go. But as we work our way up, it's all good. Evaluate and monitor conditions of crime and disorder that affects problem-solving, action plans, and modify them when appropriate. That's basically what we're here for. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Also, as the mayor stated, there will be a Q&A. So I know you have many questions and things on your mind. But like I said, once again, for this turnout, we're going to try to do this every other month. Hopefully those that would like to start their block watch again, we can get that going. And my go-to right here, there's nothing that she don't miss, trust me, because my phone ring, I don't even have to leave in the middle of the night. Mrs. Johnson, morning, Mrs. Johnson, I know who it is. So she stays on me and my partner, Secretary Hill. Oh, yes. And this is what the block watch paperwork looks like. This is what it looks like at the front. The intern, Mr. Dion Winburn, is copying more as we speak. Everything in here is self-explanatory. There you go. From how to start, how to gather information, how to select your coordinators, so forth and so forth. Also, how many of you have Ring or any type of security around your homes? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. And then hopefully we can get together where we all share information. Because we're all in this together. The world has changed greatly from us growing up and all of you growing up. You know, it's sad. So we have to be vigilant, keep an eye out for one another, and just try to work together. I know we'll have differences. I know there'll be disagreements, but we can always find a solution to make things work.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
So you said security around the building? Is that what you mean?
Um,
We're in the senior citizen building.
Okay, yeah, for those of you in the building, you have your security that monitors everything, supposedly from their office, correct?
No.
It's okay, it's okay,
Who said supposed?
it's okay, it's okay. I said, but that's what their job. So you're not happy with them?
We don't have no security really
Okay,
to protect us.
okay. We'll talk about, you and I will talk about that. We'll get.
Go ahead.
Just for this section of the meeting, some people live in buildings. Some of those buildings are designated only for seniors, some are just apartment buildings. So let's take it sector by sector. We've heard from senior buildings, now let's hear from apartment complexes and buildings. And then I want to hear from those who are in maybe single-family, 2, 3-family homes that have cameras, because I want to talk about how we coordinate with the police and make sure that we're all on the same page with technology. So this second segment, let's talk about if you're in a building and there's security concerns that we need to coordinate with the police department, because we're going to try to coordinate with your camera system and with the security guards. But if there are other issues in buildings that we need to talk about, let's bring those up. So let's use this segment to talk about security issues with regard to buildings.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I don't even think they even have good cameras around there because vehicles have been broken into repeatedly, especially one of the guys who has equipment, like he works, I guess, with the building or something. And it's kind of dark back there at times, I'm just being honest.
And this is the fence, the gate.
It was supposed to be fenced. We actually pay for parking, we pay extra,
Secure parking.
okay? And that gate is never locked.
Okay.
Bob Nestor for a second. We're gonna do like we do in church. We're gonna ask if you sit to close up so everybody can get a seat. So just move further so they don't have to fall all over everybody. Just move next to the person next to you. Take the coats off the seat tonight, please.
Yeah, I think they're still signing it.
Everybody just sit down.
Any more building?
Any more building issues? Seniors or apartment building complexes right now? Any more building issues?
280?
Yeah, and there's been a lot of issues with people parking on the street. Some of the people who park there are not even visitors to the complex, to the other buildings there, like 297 North Center Street or 298 K Street, that I've even reported some of them for the past month. And some people are actually part-time employees and are across the street when they have a parking lot specifically for those employees. We've suggested as a unit, as a whole unit, the 280s. Our suggestion is a emergency personnel sign of no parking, so the fire department could park there, especially if we have had emergencies there, just to help eliminate the cars from parking there.
Okay.
Also like a a disability parking spot or something for the landlord.
Okay, what we're gonna do, we'll see you at the end of the meeting,
That's how we would like to.
and we'll get your information. Okay? Okay. Sergeant definitely just told me that ordinance is in progress for that. It's taking a little time. Need some paper towel? Okay. Okay, we do have that. Okay, once again, everyone, once again, after you respond to your management, whoever owns your buildings, if you're not satisfied,
Up there, somebody else coming in.
I understand. We all in this together.
They want you to slide over
We're
this
good.
way.
I can find, y'all spot down.
All right, never
I'm
mind.
at the end.
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, I will. I'm waiting till our ladies get situated.
Okay, some
'Cause
people
I don't
have
want no
their
trouble
question.
up front
Okay.
here. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble.
I don't mind repeating what I recommended.
Okay, well, I heard
But
you.
it might be something towards other buildings too.
Okay, well, like I said, we'll speak to you and get that information. We're all good now, just about? No? Not yet. Okay. We good? Okay. No problem, no, it's okay. Once again, there's a sign-in sheet going around. Make sure everybody signs in. Okay, as the mayor stated before, we talked about the senior buildings with the complex buildings that you live in, apartment buildings. If you reached out for management, you're not satisfied, we usually like for you to talk to them first and ownership, and then we'll get involved to see what we can do about it to assist and help you in any way that we can. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, now for the single homeowners and residents, any? Yes, ma'am. Can't hear you, huh?
I'll repeat it. It's not for here, that's for the TV.
What's the address, ma'am? Okay, tell you what, when you get the address, just call me. My phone number's everywhere. Okay, well, where do you live? Where do you live? Okay, 63 Northwest. So behind you, there's a vacant apartment building?
It's behind your backyard? It's behind your backyard?
In the back, sir?
Just two things. I like 357 Walcott Street.
Yes, sir.
You guys did a fantastic job with the streets, just when you gave the streets next door. Because of the speed bumps on Center Street, my street became a speed bump.
Speedway, they're cutting off and going down your block.
Down there, and I've been going from Highland to, Reynolds is like crazy. The other thing, the weather is getting warm, and I was just wondering, we have an MOU with the sheriff department, because I'm right across from Orange Park, and that's where a lot of juveniles hang out, there's a lot of, drug use and stuff like that going on in the park, kids playing in the playground.
Okay, has it picked up? I mean, how is it?
Not yet, I'm just trying
Talking
to,
about when the weather breaks.
weather breaks, that's.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have the border patrol with the sheriff's department, so we'll meet with them. We're supposed to meet with them April 1st, so we start the spring patrol, so I'll make sure we bring that up as well. And so we did a number of streets, we're probably gonna do about 57 streets throughout the town. And we've done some, and they had to stop because of the weather. I'm trying to get them at the end to come back to some streets to do the speed bump, because I want to try to get them to do one there. I was riding with a young person, and they were going a little bit fast, so I know we need it. I was a victim of it. So, yes, sir.
You also need a bridge because, they will be speeding down into that street also.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I also have a problem with the church next door. The parishioners are always blocking my driveway. How would you address that?
Okay, so which church is it?
Well, I'm on Ridge Street, 27th.
St. John's Roman Catholic?
Yeah, the Church of God, no.
Oh, the other
Church of
one,
God,
okay.
Right next door to me.
Okay. All right, on that particular,
Little small church, right?
Yes.
Little small church.
Yeah,
Small,
yeah.
They don't have any parking.
I
Well,
understand that, but.
that's not
No.
her, that's not his
It's
issue.
gonna
That's
need
my problem.
to, it's gonna need to paint the curves there.
Yeah. Is the curb yellow?
No, it's not.
Okay, so we can paint the curve. We gotta legislate that we paint the curve so they can do tickets there.
Yes.
Like to get speed bumps on Mountain View, because people come from Scotland Road, turn that corner, zoom up to Lincoln 70 miles an hour. Okay, and the same thing at top of Lincoln, zoom down Mountain View to Scotland Road,
Okay.
okay?
Okay, once you,
One more concern, real quick. I heard a lady over here say she lived on Highland Terrace. Okay, at the end of Highland Terrace, it dead ends into Mountain View. There is a group of men who congregate there as soon as the sun comes out. I guess they had a bright day. They've been inside of it. I'm serious.
and where?
Highland
I
Terrace,
barely
dead
stay
Yes,
in
we
up
did it.
there.
okay, and it dead ends into my neighbor's yard,
Okay.
okay? And I can stand there and smell all the marijuana,
Yes.
all the conversation. And I call the police maybe 3 times a week when the weather's warm,
Mhm.
because they come with the speaker in the back of their truck.
Mhm.
And boom, boom, boom. I don't need to hear that when I walk to the other side of my house.
I
You know what
understand.
mean? And, so I must say the Orange Police has been great because they come out. And
Yes.
Captain Vinny has told me anytime I want to call.
Yes.
And that's what I do. I
And
really
they,
appreciate
and
it.
they do issue summonses. Those summonses hurt. They add up. All of you, before I answer another question, if you call the Orange Police, you don't have to give your name if you don't want to. Okay, not gonna force you. You just give us the problem, the location, and whatever information you can give us, which like the things we left on the desk, follow it, how to call, what you need to say. You don't have to worry about anybody telling that you called or anything, because you help us the way we help you with the information that you give. Yes, sir.
This is a small
I'll get to you, Doctor.
Fremont Place, 454. My daughter, she has a temporary parking permit. And we followed the proper protocol about that, that's why we have the parking permit. But she's always getting a ticket every now and then. So she has to take off from work, go to the courthouse, just to get it dismissed. But it seems like it's ongoing. And she has a permit.
Okay, where, now, is it in the back side of the rear window or?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I've had
Every
that,
now and then, a different officer always gives her a ticket.
yeah, I've had a few blocks call me on that, and it got ratified, taken care of. So we'll make sure that, you know, they come in, they should do a little more, visually take a good look,
Right.
and make sure that it's there.
So what is, how do we correct
We're writing down information,
that? Okay.
and that sector, your sector over there is like 123, 113. It's outside. And pass it on to the commander supervisor that when officers go in that sector, make sure they check for decal permit before they issue the summons.
This is Tremont Place?
Yeah, Fremont.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Rick, just, I'm gonna have our, law department put together a packet that will distribute along Tremont Place. And it allows you to, by email or mail, say, hey, I have my, permit, dismiss my ticket, and it'll take care of it without her having to come.
Okay, thanks.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, doctor, Michael, just one second. Who would you choose? Go ahead, doctor.
I'm sorry. I can't see you.
Oh, okay.
Now I see you. Now I see you. Now
I've got 3. One I think has already been answered. I'm also an Old Street resident. And I had my complaints about the way it was done, but it's a beautiful street now that it's done, and I've heard the other. But for a long time, I thought skunks were being killed on the street. I didn't recognize the smell of marijuana. It's changed.
What did it smell like when you used it before?
Don't answer that, he said when you used it. I don't know what street you said.
It's actually a regular industrial form. It's going to be a rendezvous spot for a a number of things, and I would really like that to be attended to. But my second issue has to do with the summer events that are going to occur. And when the summer events occur, and I'm not really saying don't do those, but I realize if I leave my house and I come back, that I'm not going to be able to park on any street surrounding that area. Now, that'll have to be addressed, but it seems to me there might be an accommodation made for the residents. I don't know. My final is that I've got some commercial vehicles parking on residential streets, and I want to know whether or not that's allowable, because you can't park your fleet on a street where those of us who live have to be accommodated once we return. And I come home late from work, and I'm not interested in walking around the corner to get to where I live.
That has been legislated. You just need to let the police know so they can come out and ticket it. But we did a legislation, no commercial vehicles, no white vans. That was just legislated a couple of months ago.
But it's size, it goes by size.
It's 10,000 pounds, anything under.
Ladies and gentlemen, South Ward Councilperson Jamie Summers Johnson.
Who needs a tip card? I got tip cards.
Oh, we'll get to it. So I'm going to find out, because we did legislate it, but I want to make sure that not only ticket, but they're able to tow it as well. So we'll find out. Michael.
Don't forget my other note about the parking.
Yes, I have that. I have that.
I just wanted to give shout out to the councilman Summers who was sitting there. About not having parking on the street. And I was asking, wanted to ask a question, what are the proper protocols if you have to park on the street? As we said about Fairview, and I'm doing work in there blocking my driveway, I don't have access to my driveway right now. What's the proper protocol for being able to park?
You call the police station.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. What is the proper protocol when you have no parking, no street parking, and you have to park or you have guests that'll park? You call the police and you say, license plate number.
Give your license plate number, your address, make and model of the car, and we put in a permission to park book. You're now granted for the one day.
And phone number.
Wait, let me
If you
interrupt.
happen.
In his case, the reason why he's saying that is that's what he did. And he was told by the police to call back at midnight. He works, he wasn't gonna be up at midnight. So because
Right.
he was told different things, that's why he's saying.
He should get that information, the same information across. Whoever answers the phone should do that, no?
Do that, and we will look into that. But if it does happen again, like I said, just call back, ask for a supervisor, explain your situation, and they should handle it properly.
Okay,
And I have one more issue. I came in, probably last year, my company-owned vehicle was broken into my backyard. So I had to do a police report. Can't get a police report here, and after getting the police report, I asked the head sergeant, can I use the restroom? So the restroom was not operating. As I was walking up the door, a contractor walked in. Contractor asked me to go back. So use the bathroom here. I wasn't getting enough to do it. I was very upset because the contractor doesn't live here. I live here, and I pay a lot of taxes. And I don't understand why he was told where to use the bathroom. I was not.
I mean, I can't answer to that. What I would do, like I said, there's always, ask for the ranking supervisor in, and
I'm not gonna do that, but I would hope that you at least spoke to people, because it was a younger officer. Let them know that.
if I knew who it was, I would.
And that was here?
I don't wanna give the name of here. I had to come get the police report because they broke my vehicle.
Got it.
And I just say, speak to everybody, I'm an ex-military police officer, and I know you have calls, so you should need to tell everybody there when someone comes, they live here.
They have to respect everyone, that's it.
That's right.
100% right.
Especially when they live, we all pay the taxes. So that's all.
That's right.
did y'all sign this? No.
Yes.
Still coming down.
I'm gonna take 2 or 3 more questions, and then I want to reroute us back to making sure that we start to set up effective block watch associations. And I'm gonna take the hands that are up right now. Okay, keep your hands up. Back first. Yes, ma'am. Keep your hands up. Whoever had your hands up already, keep them up. Don't put up new hands, just the ones you had already. Go ahead.
They didn't finish.
Do they have permit parking only, Oakwood?
Right.
Is it permit parking only for Oakwood?
Right. So when you say visiting, are they visiting overnight or longer?
I don't know.
If they're visiting overnight, just like we explained
No,
over.
I don't know. They're supposed to be overnight there.
And so if
get
they-
stickers, and they're here the whole year. And they don't get tickets. I have this vehicle, my stickers are there. I was the first person on Oakwood Place to get one. And I'm always the first one to get a ticket, and I keep getting tickets.
We need to review Oakwood.
We're gonna review our.
Okay, so I know what you're saying. So Oakwood has a permit parking for residents only. Some people may have gotten a permit who shouldn't have it. So we have to review all of Oakwood. We'll review all of it and get back to you.
They told us to call in, and where I live at, they block my driveway, and they don't live on Oakwood Place, they don't live in Orange. I see them catching the bus, going to East Orange, back over to New York. I call, officers don't call. I have to call, Ms. Wu, who in turn has to make several phone calls before I get an officer over to come, and then they'll ticket it, and they'll tell me there's nothing they can do, but I can't get in or out of my driveway until whoever owns the vehicle decides to come.
So I'm going to address that for your street directly with also with the towing, the ticket and the towing. Because we don't have the towing, it really doesn't work. Whoever had their hands up before? Yeah, John. John, go ahead. Keep your hand up. Keep your hand up. So you'd like to have a handicap spot? Okay. Before you leave tonight, I'm going to have the person come and take care of it. There's an application you have to fill out. It goes before the council. They approve it. Then we put the sign up, and they have a number that you'll get. But I'll have them do the paperwork tonight with you. Yeah, that's right. You have to have your DMV handicap on your license as well. But I'll have a meet with you so you get all the particulars that you need to start the process. Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know we were having a question. I thought your concern was,
Yeah, no, we're not having an open meeting. We're having a meeting about PCC. But when we get together and you have all these officials here, let's get some of the stuff that we can resolve quickly. That's what we want to do. Yes.
my concern is that I'm into the community.
Yes.
And so I've gotten stalked before. I thank you for the permit. I thank you for all you guys that works on it. I have no problem when I call the cops, they take care of it. But my problem is you put my address, because you put Oakwood Avenue or wherever I live on there and the town that I live in. I've gotten stalked, and the person waited for me to see what house I live in.
You're saying it's on your
It's
decal.
it's on our permanent decal. It puts your address, it puts the name of your street, and it's already an orange decal. So to stop the solution, I'm a solution worker, I'm not one that's gonna bring a problem. I even said I will bring codes for each tag, for each street, like a number code. Like your number is number 5 and you live in this street, you're number 7. Don't put the name of my street on the permit. So as a woman, as a single woman, I work and I come home late. Right now I'm going home late. So somebody can follow me, just wait until I get to that street and say, okay, which house is gonna get in. So I've had that problem being stalled. I said it. Last year, it was not put on. This year, it was put in. I understand it's for the help of the police, but then it defeats the purpose.
I agree.
I need to be safe.
I agree. That's something we can address pretty quickly. We get the law department, police department to address that pretty quickly. Thank you. It was. No, I got you, but yeah, go ahead.
I have a similar question.
Keep yours up. I'm going to get you.
Comment that was made earlier about church and parking.
Yes.
I'm on Austin Street and Central Avenue.
Right.
And there's a lot of traffic coming down on Central Avenue, so by the time I'm in and out to Austin Street, because the church folks, we love having churches in our community, don't get me wrong. But
God bless us.
they park so much to the corner or up to the curb that you have to like get out.
Is there yellow curbing there? Do we paint it?
I don't know, I don't think so.
That's Ogden and Central.
It's Austin and Central.
We'll take care of it. Yes, sir.
So we're off of Haywood
Yes.
We've been in Orange for about 3 years now. It's a problem corner in many respects. We're right across the street from the hospital, and when the weather breaks, there's two properties that have parties that start at 8 or at 10 at night, go into 12, 2 in the morning.
You know the addresses?
I do know the address.
What are they?
We're at 152, right over the corner of Haywood and South Center.
Okay.
So,
But do you know the addresses of the party houses?
I do.
What are they?
Summer's has been a great help. I stay in constant contact with her.
Good.
She's almost pretty cold. The company can't really see this here because I've gone to the property myself and expressed the concerns. The feedback I get is that I'm culturally ignorant and that it's something that I don't understand that they do. It's respect is not culturally ignorant, it's just disrespect.
Right.
And it's something that's been going on since we lived there. And it makes sense that this council has been met since then because the property across the street and what my senior neighbor tells me, which is why I'm here because they're not able to come themselves, is that the person across the street, she used to report all this. And once they moved out, the two houses where the problem corner is were empty for several years, which is why I understand they took full range. The properties were surrounded by, and they're like, okay, so now we do our own thing. But even in the summer when we preemptively call when we say, hey, they're starting to line up, it is now 8 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock. Can someone come? When the officers do come, they report it back saying, because I've asked to speak to a city officer, the supervisor on duty, oh, we were told that the party broke. The party never broke. The people are in the street, and it goes from here all the way down. Ambulances have been blocked because Tremont goes into the hospital. So people use our block as the speedway.
You talking Friday, Saturday, or?
Friday, Saturday, weekday, and
What address?
Bring Cherry and Pole Hill up. I want to start to talk about how we do block watch associations and the need for them and the advantages to having them. So we all know block watches are, right? Do we know what that is?
No.
Block watch association is basically a community of people that come together in and around your block, and we come together to say we want to protect ourselves, we want to have more observation, we want to have a liaison that's stronger with the police and the administration, but mostly we want eyes and ears on each other. That is basically what a block watch is. Some of you I know belong to areas where you're pretty close-knit and you communicate well. That's what we want to start to promote. Sometimes you need resources in order to do that. And that's why the police department has this PCC, so we can give you the resources and find out how it's supposed to happen. We're supposed to go, let's say, let me see, Michael. Yes, sir. Let's say you're going to start a block watch association on Fairview Avenue. He would walk up and down Fairview Avenue with a clipboard or a pad. Hello, my name is Michael. I live on your block. I want to start a block watch association. They're going to ask you, what does it entail? Give me some information about it. You're going to pull out your packet that Detective Cherry is going to have prepared for you and say, here are the advantages and the procedures to start a block watch. And you'll give that out. You'll use the block watch sign-up sheet that Cherry's going to give you. Write name, address, telephone number, and email. You get all of your people, and then you say, okay, we have enough people where we want to do it. There are 25 houses on our block. 10 people signed up. 10 out of 25. Right?
Okay. What is it?
That's usually how it happens. We've got 10 people. He calls up Detective Cherry. We're going to start a block watch. Here are our people. Here's how we're going to start. We need you at our meeting, whenever that meeting is. That organizing meeting, police will come there, and whoever else you need will come there to help you start your block watch. Give you an agenda. Give you things goals that you have to set for yourselves, things that you want to do, things that you want improved in your community safety-wise. And then you'll determine how often you're going to meet. We're going to meet every week. We're going to meet every month, every other month. However often that is, you plan your meeting time. Importantly, it is important that you assign tasks. Michael, because you walked around and started everything, doesn't mean that you have to do everything. So you assign tasks. Who's going to be communications? Who is going to be, let's say we have a bunch of kids on our block. Who's going to do something for the kids? Who's going to be in charge of having our block watch every year? Who's going to be in charge of communicating with the town? Everyone has a task to do. At your meetings, you come and you report. I am in communications. I reported out that we had 2 contacts with police. If I'm for the kids, hey, our kids are running rampant. One of the things we can do is we're starting a homework club. So our kids have some place to go instead of running rampant on the street. Whatever your community tasks are, you report those out at every meeting. And periodically at your meetings, you should have as your goal to make sure someone from City Hall or from the county is coming to your meeting to address a concern. A couple of years ago, Michael, your issue would have been your street and your sidewalks. So at one of your meetings, you would have had someone come in from Public Works or from police or from the mayor's office to talk about when it's going to happen and how dire it is and why we need it. There is a community on Tremont Court. They're going to walk around in their community. Thank you, Dwayne.
Hi, Clarence.
The Tremont Court area is going to walk around and say, hey, we know what our agenda is. Our streets at night are too dark because there's no street lights on our street. We need to have some street lights installed. So one of your agenda topics is going to be, hey, Mayor, I want you to come to our meeting to address how we get street lights because I need you to go to PSE&G, put the order in, they'll come out and put the lights in. So you'll know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, so that whoever's on the street light committee can report out to the rest of the block watch what we're doing about that issue. We can't tackle everything at once, but you guys determine in your block what's most important. If you're on Berkeley and you see Maxine Johnson come and knock at your door,
They're gonna run.
Right. I say you better
open your door.
Don't live here anymore.
So on Berkeley, Maxine Johnson may have the key. But so you'll find out what the issues are in your neighborhood, and that's what you want to address. And it's the city's concern to try to address it. Do not turn your Block Watch Association into a political organization, because it won't work. Because today you like the person, tomorrow you may not like the person, you may not vote for the person. So forget about politics and focus on what's good for your community. That is a very important point, because sometimes you'll come to a Block Watch Association and they'll say, don't attack the mayor because he's here. Forget about who you're attacking and who you're hurting. We have an issue in our neighborhood and we want it addressed immediately, orderly, and effectively. Whether you're in office, or you're in office, or you're in office, we're not talking about who's in office or personalities. We're talking about issues and how we get things done. If you make it political, then Michael's going to say, no, that's my guy, leave him alone. This person might say, well, I hate the guy. So you're not going to get anything done. Focus on the issue and not the person, and you can have an effective Block Watch Association. Now, some people call, and this is effective, they'll call me up and say, Mayor Warren, this is so-and-so from the Block Watch Association. As a politician, my ears are naturally groomed to listen to, I am part of a Block Watch Association. What do I hear? They have legions of people with them, and they mean business. So when you call City Hall, you should say, I'm part of the Block Watch Association. Because people in City Hall should say, okay, we need to address this problem because Michael is not calling, it's a group of people calling, this is a real concern, we need to put resources behind it. Now, Michael just calls and says, hey, this is Michael, and I don't like the way my neighbor's doing something. We're going to address it because he's a citizen, but he's not speaking on behalf of a group that has a collective problem that we really need to resolve to make our entire funds. You should, as part of your Block Watch, try to raise money for the things that you want to do. You may want to have an outing. You may want to have some celebration. You may want to have a community camera somewhere. Whatever your objective is, you should try to raise funds to do. And you should ask who's ever in. You should ask the mayor. You should ask the council person. We're having this fundraising. We want you to participate. We should participate because what you're doing is uplifting the entire town. It's not just your block or your neighborhood. And it all works. Technology. I do not know technology. I still think we should have file cabinets. You write stuff down, put it in the file cabinet.
I got Rolodex.
Right. Yeah, I have the Rolodex still.
Me too.
I have AARP cards. But technology is important. It's here, and we have to use it. There's this thing called the cloud. I just thought that it rained, but this information is where we store information. Now, all of us may or may not have cameras. Who has cameras on their house? And it goes to a computer, and you can look on the computer.
It's on the building.
Your wife calls you and tell you why you leave the house. So we have that technology. And if you don't have it, it's smart to get it. It's cheaper now. It's pretty easy now. But there's something called, and Michael, I'm calling on you. Michael works at PSC&G.
I'm all over you, Mike. All these crazy scam calls I get in letters.
Anybody got any bill issues? Your lights getting turned off?
No, you get scam calls and letters, scam letters.
I'm going to get to that too, scam.
Okay.
So Michael works at PSC&G. I know he's the person who does technology, and he works for a huge company. But Michael's an IP address. The IP address that you can give to the, like your computer, like if I want to look into your phone, your camera. Well, here's what happens.
You want to have Wi-Fi, or you use a Wi-Fi. You can't use the Wi-Fi. I can look at my house right now.
Oh, yeah, they have that in that building, so they can be in the
No, you didn't.
that's going on in your house.
So
every
there
room.
are, you can have your
Inside
cameras,
every
right?
room.
On your house, on your business. Some businesses, and now all new construction, they have to have the cameras on the building, and they have to share the IP address with the police department, so they can send information over and say there was a crime somewhere, and they can send the information to the police department, and it gets our response time quicker, and it gets us onto the scene and helps us solve crimes a little bit quicker. So IP technology should be something that you address in your meetings, and when you have those, you should ask for our IT person at the police department and the fire department to come to those meetings to share information and figure out how you can be more effective. I was going to get to scam calls where they call, because PSCG calls and says you want more.
And send letters and come to our building.
And they send letters and knock on doors with clipboards and say,
With their pants hanging down.
Or save your phone. Those are things that the Block Watch is subject to. So when those things happen, you should call, when you have your meeting, call the police, let the administration know, and we'll have PSC&G representative, Verizon representative, cable representative, come to the meeting and address us to determine how we can most effectively alleviate that kind of problem. If there's a problem you're experiencing in your neighborhood, there's someone in the administration that can pull someone in that can address those issues. So I want you to meet, and I want you to have solid agendas. I also want you to pull in people that can help you resolve your problems. I want you to know you're not alone. We're all in this together. If I'm in the East Ward and something happens in the North Ward, I'm affected. South Ward, West Ward, I'm affected. Wherever we are in this city, we're affected by what happens everywhere. And if we're strong everywhere, then we have a stronger city.
You need to express. Just come up before you get in and just talk a little bit more about block associations.
Let me bring.
And they scamming Medicare. You have to tell them.
I'm going to bring Cherry in to actually get into the structural, organizational issues around Block Watch Association. Please welcome Cherry up with another big round of applause.
Actually, the mayor almost gave the whole manual. So I'm really not going to take up too much of your time. Like, once again, we discussed the times we live in. Block Watch concerns of taking a walk if you can. Coming to the front of your house, if you could, while you're driving, taking a look around. That's what it consists of. Communicating. Like I said, once again, when you give information, you don't have to give your name. Okay, you don't have to do that. You may see something out of place, no matter how minute or what you think it is. Call. Call. Because you don't know what it may lead to, what it may open up to. Okay? Especially as we know with this human trafficking. You may see a van that looks out of place. You may see a van following some children that look out of place. And if you can't get a plate, a color will work, because most around our town, now we have eyes. We have eyes all over. And if you can even make that call and say, I think it was white, and it went down Central Avenue, and you give us approximate time, we can pull it up and get the plate right off the vehicle. So it takes a lot of participation. Whoever's going to be your captain, your lieutenant, your coordinators, you know, it's work. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, it's work. But as we band together, it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot easier. You know, as you recruit, reach out, and see if you can get people to participate. You know, and like the mayor just said, as far as us with the technology and the ring hooking up with the police department, we can do wonders here. We can solve a lot of crime before it starts, and if the act was committed, we can get the perpetrator. Once again, I know you all have Bibles, but this is your other Bible.
Yeah,
right here. And everything is self-explanatory. If you have any problems, any questions, myself, my partner Paul Hill, Mr. Winburn, and of course, Mrs. Johnson and the council people, you're not getting off the hook here. We will try to meet your concerns and answer your questions. Our door is always open. If you want to call and say, look, Sherry, I need to see you, I'll work around your time. We'll come out. If you can't get to us, we'll get to you. You know, I know some people don't want, police cars in front of our house. Or, sometimes, well, I got to say, Councilman Wooten got me a updated vehicle. I don't know if any of y'all seen the black car we used to drive, but we look like a taxi. That's what we look like. And we didn't mind, because nobody knew it was me and my partner. But we will come to you, and like I said, or, come to us, and we'll go over it step by step. Yes, ma'am.
Does Orange have a human trafficking?
The whole country. It's. I will put it like this. It's nationwide, ma'am.
Oh, okay, no, but I was.
Nothing to scare you.
Nothing to scare you, no. But I'm just saying, for suspicious vehicles, because you know what they're out there for, either to rob you, steal a car, or staking out to burglarize a home. Okay? And also on that note, they also have an HC that comes out and speaks on, like I said, we'll get them here on particular subjects that we can bring up. The agenda will be, okay, we'll focus on that, we'll focus on this. Okay? But remember, we got to be out there. And like I said, we don't expect you to do no Charles Bronx and vigilante stuff. Okay? We don't need no death wish. No. Just watch and observe. And,
If you're gonna watch suspicious vehicles, I did that one night. I sat in a well-lit area.
a well-lit area. They didn't see you though, right? Oh.
Actually, at one time, before the giant truck was leaving, he actually opened the door so I could see what was inside his truck.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a good example. Everyone heard her? She said she sat around and watched the vehicles, right?
Yeah, outside.
You heard that? Yeah, don't do that. That's dangerous.
Yes.
That's their job. We pay them a lot of money. We give them equipment. We give them all types of stuff. Don't do that.
Donuts.
No. Oh, don't forget the coffee.
Yeah, so don't do that. I do want to stress that you are not police officers. You're block watch associations. You don't have guns. Not legally anyway.
Yeah.
That's not your job.
No.
Your job is observe and give information.
On that note, a lot of times residents will call the council people before you call the police. Please call the police first and just keep us in the loop, because
Y'all don't have
we,
guns either.
and even if I did, I wouldn't know how to use it. But seriously, and for the crime watch, I live on Sterling, and we had one when I was a little girl, and I knew my neighbors. My mother actually drew them, the map. We knew their work schedule, and it really, there's a lot of crime watch in the city, and they're working. There's no reason, like, they had to do a wellness check in my ward, and it's very scary that we have seniors living alone and, like, no one is checking on them. So we have to, like, take our community back and make sure that our seniors are eating, or if we don't see them leave, like, because anything could happen in this situation. Thank God, they kept me in the loop, the mayor and everyone on that street. But it's just scary for me. I thank God my parents, we all live together, but if we have a lot of seniors living alone, no one's checking on them. So if anything, the crime watch is good. And I just want to say, my kids go to Haywood and they want to walk home one day. So they're little, they're fourth grade and first, and I said no. But then I let them walk home, but I followed them in the car. People were just walking around. No one said anything. I'm slow riding next to my two sons walking. No one said, like, what are you doing? So that's why I told them, you'll never walk home again, because someone was supposed to stop me. Someone was supposed to say, ma'am, why are you following these kids? No one said anything. Everyone was minding their business. We can't mind our business anymore. We really have to use those cards that everybody get one to see something, say something. Tip line card. And do you know the mayor's hotline? My heart. Right, but you also have the other. You want me to give you the hotline?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you the mayor's hotline only because if it's non-emergency and you call it, it's manned by a person and she'll get the message to the council people.
Brother. So Armstrong has a question in the back.
Just real quick, are we looking at
Wait.
You talking about the youth academy? Oh, I'm gonna tell them about that. Well, we have a junior public safety academy, which we run during the summer. We have that, which we try to entail, get the children to join. They learn about fire, police. They learn CPR. They're tested. They get certificates. They're taught many things concerning fire safety, crime, etc. A lot of times with the children, the certain ages we have, as we go to the schools, we try to implement certain things because as for a fact how people like to bully and try to impose their will on children or teenagers to follow us. You don't want to do this. Come on, join us. And once again, that information was left on the desk too. Signs, if your child is in a gang, maybe following a gang or anything, even stuff on our battered spouses, whether it's female or male, because guys get smacked around too.
Thank you.
Okay? I'm sorry? Yes. 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 Which,
For the junior police academy.
we start at 12. Yes.
Yeah.
Cameras in the south.
We're getting, I think there are 31 cameras in all. I think 9. The question is, we're getting new cameras, and will we know exactly where they are? There's conventional wisdom that says, don't tell people where they are. And that's what the law enforcement experts tell me. I thought that if you put, you're being watched on camera,
Yeah, they had that.
that might deter. But they say that criminals are different than.
Yeah.
Mayor, I'm gonna give the hotline
At the camera.
for my phone guy.
Oh, you
You
leaving?
take them down so you can't, the police can disband them for you.
Years ago, you used to tell us what was the equipment.
Oh, very good question.
Are we going to get advice?
Very, very good question. If you're getting cameras on your house, is it possible through your block watch to bring experts into the meeting for the police department to say, here's a good brand, here's not a good brand, here's a brand that we can access easily? That's certainly something that we can do.
Yes.
And they do have the sharing for the police department. Absolutely.
All
Very
right,
good question.
Mayor's hotline is 1-862-306-3313.
862-306-3313. 862-306-3313. You gotta dial that straight. There's no box.
Hey.
Get that next week.
Before,
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, Mike's gonna speak about cameras.
So what it does is let you know when it's a crime that's around the neighborhood and town. So
Oh, that'll be somebody we bring in.
yes, we.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Before, we end, I wanna, bring up some, Good? Okay, for those of you who don't know, a few years back, there was a gentleman, Donald Wachter, and everybody knows how he took his community service and how he was meticulous about everything, from his office to his patrol car to his uniform to handling meetings and so forth, down to the level. And I believe your husband was his mentor. And your husband was in New York, correct?
He wrote a book on criminal and he did the original work on in New York.
Exactly. And Captain Wachter was under his tutelage, and Mr. McElroy served as his mentor. And it took me a while to understand for a while because when I came out, I was under him. So that meant I was a beat walker for 4.5 years. And he didn't give a doggone rain, snow, sleet, shine. Cherry, you guys better be out there. And to make sure we was out there in the wintertime and we wasn't hiding nowhere, you check your bag. See if it was cold or warm. Now, if that bag was warm, he knew you wasn't out there in the middle of us doing what you're supposed to do. But as you see, after years and years realizing that he was a good leader, commander, and a good person, and later on, out of our 1,000 arguments, we became friends. So I just wanted to bring that up and bring your husband up, you know, his contribution. I didn't forget. Can't forget the ones that were before you. Can't forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the bewitching hour. We will have periodic meetings. I'm going to bring Maxine Johnson out to close us out. If there are questions, we're all going to be around, so don't leave. We're going to stick around. I'll steal a question right before I bring, while Maxine Johnson is getting up, I'll steal a question. The state of crime in Orange generally, we've seen a significant drop in crime during my administration. We averaged about 4 murders per year. We got one last year, which happened on right on New Year's last year. But we went throughout the year pretty well. Crime has gone down significantly because we've started to employ walking patrols, where you see police out on the beat. We have more equipment. We have a lot of people now with the tip line
telling us there are drugs next door to me, and we take the information very quietly, start to work up undercover operations, and then go in and do busts. We're gonna purchase new, body armor with monies that we seized from drug deals that we got this year because they've been so aggressive about it. And this is tip line, it's really been, I mean, the cops are great, and we got more cops, and we got more equipment, and all that's great, but it's really been this tip line where people call and they give us clues. And of course, it's never quick enough, you don't know what's happening, but they take the information and start to scientifically do their undercover operations and make sure we get the busts. So that's been hugely effective for us. So the tip line card you have, know that it's being put to good use.
Yes, sir.
That one. I like all of that. I've been looking at that all night.
I just want to say that after we still have a baby, we used to have an officer that would kind of drive through and patrol, and I'm in the South Ward, and he would drive through and patrol because we have on our block about 5 of the 10 houses or 8 houses that are empty, and it made me feel a little bit safer. I must say, as of January, because I sleepwalk with my baby in the middle of the night, I don't see that officer anymore. We've had 2 break-ins recently in our neighborhood. Our neighbor on Sterling and then our neighborhood on Moss. There was a break-in. People are now coming around checking vehicles. I did see some of the houses filling up. You know, so I just want to know, are we going to have somebody out there patrolling more, you know, to kind of keep everyone, you know, especially overnight?
They should.
Axton.
Absolutely.
We need to out there, South Ward.
We already have one. We already have one.
Yeah, they should leave a light on.
Detective Cherry, when you have a tip line, you never call back the person who tipped you off. A cop
They
shouldn't
call.
call.
No.
Somebody called me, I was reporting a crime, and they called me.
Call back. And apparently that's,
Like that.
you know, that's considered, don't do that.
Yes.
Don't ever call the tip liner back.
No.
Especially if they're reporting drugs.
Exactly. And we know about those 2 burglaries. Yours came in from the side window, right?
Cars.
Your cars?
Cars.
Okay, because I know we had 2 homes as well. That seems like that's their new agenda now. Taxi teenagers and guys go around late 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, checking, see if doors are unlocked, cars are unlocked.
So we can do increased patrol.
We do, we don't
Yeah.
see them.
Last thing you should do before you make sure your car is locked. And sometimes we get out and we think they're locked on the
Right, visible.
And that's what they do, they go around and they pull the doors until they find one door is open, then they take everything that's in the car. So we all got these automatic fancy door locks and things these days, but you also got to make sure your door locked. It's the last thing, and even at your house, your doors are locked, your windows are locked. Sometimes we go in and we forget those things. Sometimes I go in and leave my key at the door. Look, it's the upstairs door, but somebody wake up in the morning and say, where's my keys? It's still in the door because I'm in a hurry to get in. So just make sure you take it for And people, please don't walk the street with your pocket with a swing.
Hello.
He's doing that all the time. Put it on your body. Get a strap and put it on your body. Don't be walking down with your grocery cart, pocket with just a swing. Somebody run right by, swing it around and hurt you. So get a strap, put it on your body. I usually put mine under my coat.
Yes.
So they can stay safe.
And you should tell them they shouldn't leave nothing visible
Closing
in
out.
their car. Nothing visible.
Yes. I'll tell you how to get it back. We'll close out.
Okay.
Maxine Johnson, you'll tell us, schedule periodic meetings and so
Right.
forth. Anybody wants to be a block watch captain, I have a sign-up sheet.
Okay. To add something to Councilwoman Easton's comments, don't leave anything visible on the seat of your car because they will break your windows and it may not be worth $5, but your windows to be replaced, it's going to be very expensive. So make sure do not leave anything visible on the seat of your car to be stolen. Okay, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Give yourselves a hand. Standing room only, and before you leave, we want to schedule our next meeting every other month. Put it on your calendars, the third Thursday, 7 p.m., same time, same station. Every other month, third Thursday, 7 p.m., right here in the courtroom. I told Detective Terry if we keep growing, we'll have to go to an auditorium. But this was great. Thank you for coming, and have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
You have
Thank
a
you.
safe trip home. I say have a safe trip.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Police Community Council has been revitalized in the city of Orange Township. We've had our first meeting today, fully attended. What this means is that people want to really take back their neighborhoods and be involved in how we develop our neighborhoods and how we protect them. I do want to grab into the picture Maxine Johnson, who has spearheaded this effort and made sure that our PCC is strong. Maxine, you've been at this a very long time, but today you had a vibrant crowd, a lot of issues discussed. How do you feel about the evening?
I am so proud. I am so proud. And it just goes to show our people care. The people in Orange care, and we want to see our city go to the very top, and we're moving in that direction. Every ward was represented this evening, every ward in the city, and we're going to keep on keeping on.
You've heard it, every ward is concerned about this town. People are moving up to make sure that we take responsibility for our neighborhoods. Maxine, I share with you the good work and memory that our good friend Elsie Green brought to this movement. She couldn't be here tonight because she's ill, but a lot of her blood, sweat, and tears went into organizing this, and we're appreciative of her as well.
Absolutely, and Elsie did not give up, and even when she wasn't feeling well, she was determined that we were going to bring our PCC back, and here we are.
We hope she's watching this. We'll see this on Channel 35. City of Orange Township, thank you for coming out and making sure that your voice is heard and that we protect our community.